there. Welcome back to our little coffee chat.
Good morning, everybody. Today we are going to be talking about one of the really cool places we found on the Isle of Wight.
A surprising place.
Really surprising. And we love Roman history. And
Yes,
I was
we
a
do.
bit surprised to find Roman history on the Isle of Wight. Although why it's surprising to me, I don't know. We knew that the Romans came into southern England.
Went
They
all the way
probably started in the Isle of Wight and made it a base and moved forward. Who knows? But there's these little Roman villas dotted around the southern coast of the island. And one of them is the Braiding Roman Villa.
Which, it just tells you about the laid back feeling of this area.
The
We
whole
walk in
aisle.
and there's nobody there. And when I say nobody, there's not even
That's
someone
right.
taking money at the ticket spot. There was nobody there. So we're like, we look around, we wait a few minutes, we're like, oh, well, the door's unlocked, we're going in. So we go into the actual part of the museum, and what it is a foundation that's been dug out. And in the foundation, of course, are these mosaics that kind of
Super
go
well preserved.
throughout. Yeah.
Yeah.
Really well preserved, really beautiful. And of course, along the sides, of course, then there's artifacts that have been uncovered, unearthed.
Yeah.
And they also have the information placards, and they have a video, and they have some games for kids to play. We sat there and watched this one young man put together a puzzle for a good 20 minutes. He
It's
was
supposed
having
to
a
be-
hard time.
It's supposed to be a mosaic puzzle. One of the mosaics on the floor has a really kind of interesting character called Gallus, who is a man with a rooster's head, a cock-headed man, they call him. And that's what the puzzle mosaic was. So he was putting that together on the floor. Not, big pieces, huge section of floor. Kind of fun. I kind of wanted to do it too, but he was already doing it.
Yeah.
So, oh well.
But there was a few things. They have one of those turnaround things where people dress differently
Right.
depending on what you have. And they have, of course, they have a gift shop and a cafe. But we knew we were too late for the cafe. I mean, we did get there later in the day.
It was
very late in
it was
the day.
pretty close to closing. In fact, there was a little sign, piece of paper at the counter that said, "See the cafe staff."
To pay.
But there was nobody in the cafe either.
Anyway, so we went through the whole thing. We did end up paying, by the way.
Yeah, as we were going out, we found the office in the back. Said, "Hey, we've been here. We've already been through. Can we pay?" And they took our money.
Of course. But it was a lot of fun. And I just find it fascinating that the Roman Empire not only extended itself so far and wide, further than you ever imagined, but that they have these amazing
Right.
places still left and that you can go visit and sort of get a taste of Roman life. I mean, here we are on the Isle of Wight, of all places.
And in
So
terms
cool.
of what, like, the local people would have been living in, to have this really luxurious Roman villa with baths and a well inside the house, it was just kind of amazing.
It was amazing.
That was I thought one of the coolest exhibits was the well was in the house. And they had excavated the well and gone down, layer by layer, and found, at this layer they found just rubbish. At this layer they found bones. At this layer they found offerings to the gods. At this layer they found
Whatever
pottery
it was.
shards.
It was really fun.
So that was fascinating.
It was,
Really good.
and I don't think we were there very long. It doesn't take long to go through. I think we were there, I'm going to say 40 minutes.
Yeah.
Like we said, they only really had an hour until closing anyway, so we knew we were on a little bit of a short leash, but we also knew it would be plenty of time because how much could there possibly be?
Yeah.
And even though there were some interactive things to do and things to read and the video and blah, 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 blah. 40 minutes, 45 minutes, an hour is plenty.
Definitely enough
Even
time.
if you had younger kids. And I'd say it was well worth the stop. It wasn't expensive. And it was just a nice little historical outing.
Little stop on the road.
Yeah.
You should go.